Well, hey, everyone, how's it going? Checking to see if everything is up and running. Okay, cool. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the morning show. I don't know. It's just to chill and hang out, talk some Gundam. I got some cool stuff to show today, actually, really cool stuff. Because either there hasn't been Gundam news this week really to talk about, or I just missed it. I've been really busy with work, but again, got some cool stuff. I don't even think there's anything really to start with other than just diving in. We're going to check this out. This is a 2025 Tamashii Nation, I guess, special, but it's a Mark II from the Robot Spirits line, which I already have, the Ver anime. I have the review up. I actually have a few of them, but this one in particular is a badass, real type marking style one. So yeah, we're gonna look at this. Let me an Ultronymous, Necro Shark, Webfox 100. Good to see you guys. Okay, let's jump into this. All right. Here we go. It's got a sleeve, which is nice. You know, the box looks like something you would display. Yeah, interesting stuff. Just looking at all the design on it. That's cool. Okay, is this the first time I'm opening it? I think so. It has to be. Why would I not know that? I don't know. It's been a long week. Not a long week. It's been a busy week. Not long. It's been a quick but busy week. And here we go. Oh boy. This is looking great. I love the standee that it's going to have. Let me get a look at that here. Pretty cool. And I guess, yeah, with the, let's see. Separate. Man, they really have this packaged nice. It's almost like the metal builds. Okay. Let me take this along. Hey, Jim Collects, good to see you. All right, so yeah, we've got this stand that it came with, and it has, I guess, something on every side. You just plug that in. There we go. One of my favorite mobile suits, and I feel like this is like the ultimate form. They haven't made a metal build of it. The Master Grade 2.0 is really awesome. The Verka Robot Spirits is really awesome, but this, I can already tell I am really going to like this a whole lot. And actually, let me get my other one so we can compare them side by side. I think I have it to access quickly. All right. So now this one's all decked out. But here you can kind of get a comparison of like the color. I think the sculpt is completely the same, but it is the colors, more details, even more of a gray than a white. That's on this one. I really like this one. This is exactly what I want out of a Mark II. So yeah, let's take a look at it some more. Yeah, even the slight kind of metallic sheen that they have on the joints on the gray part really helps sell the realism. Yeah, even the little tubing on the back that connects into the thruster / beam saber holder. On the new one, it has this like metallic-iness to it, which makes it stand out. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so Jonas, the other one is built by hand, and this new one is easily handcrafted. Well, these are robot spirits, so they're like the action figures. I don't know if they're handcrafted, but Okay. Accessories. So it seems to be just, and it's funny because with the stand that it comes with, I'm just realizing it. It's not like it has any sort of like connector for, it's, usually, do I have one near me? I thought I had one near me. Here we go. Like I've got the Cyclops and, either a connector or something to hold it. Still cool though. Still cool. I'm just always afraid of knocking these things over. So, all right, let's see what we got. Even the weapons and the accessories do have a degree of paint on them. Now, what is this? I don't remember this even from the other one. Let's see. All right, instructions. Oh, that is exactly what I was looking for. Check this out. That seems so obvious. I don't know why I didn't think about it. You can plug in a piece back here, anywhere really, and it has the spot for the stand. So let me test it out real quick. I actually don't know if this one will work, but we'll test it. It's just the closest one I have to me. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I am digging this even more. I'd probably mess around with it a bit more, but yeah, that is really cool. So I'm digging that. So Cyclops might not have a stand here for a little bit. No, I got a bunch of others. In fact, I forgot what store I was at in the mall, and they had where's that? I thought I had it around here. Oh, okay. It's hidden behind some stuff. There was some what are the SH Figure Arts or Tamashi? Anyway, at that box lunch at the mall, they tend to have pretty good stuff, and they had stands there, and they were cheap. I was like, yes, of course. Okay. Interesting to have the instructions in a baggie. They don't do that with the others. Okay. We're seeing all the same accessories that we've seen with the other release. The difference really here is just the paints and the stand. All right, let me see if I can slap that on. There we go. Hey, Natalie GR, what brand is this? These are it's made by Bandai. It's their Robot Spirits line of action figures. This one specifically is like a special edition that was just released in Japan or something. And I didn't even know about it. I was just shopping on AmiAmi for something else I'll show here in a second. And then I saw this and I was like, exactly what I need. Okay. The other accessories I'm not going to worry about now. Because what I'll be doing is I'll probably do a review video of this, just more in terms of checking out its real type markings and comparing it to real type markings of the Verka robot spirits I have. It's not a Veranime. Okay, we'll keep that right there. There is so much packaging here. Let me kind of reconfigure this for a second. Okay. So, next up, these are really cool. I'm loving this stuff because this takes me back, right? I say it all the time. When I was a kid, buying action figures, they're always in these boxes. And I would always, my mom, just from, I doubt she has them anymore. I haven't even thought about it. But every action figure I bought, she saved the box. She would just take off the plastic, save the box, and put it in a filing cabinet in the garage. And that was my internet back in the day, because I remember every so often I would just go into the garage, into the filing cabinet with and I would just look at all the action figures that existed, what ones came out and stuff. Yeah, that was pretty fun. All right, so here we have Mirai and we have Sleggar Law. Don't I already have a Mirai? Either I don't know. I already have that body. I don't have. I haven't opened anything like this yet, so I'm gonna dive into this. And I really like in the background how this is actually showing the recently released Robot Spirits core booster. This one is showing a white base, but it looks like it's a picture of I forget what it's called. They're the little smaller ones where they have a bunch of different ships. Just looking closely, like at the paint on the edges, it's hard to see where like the red is. You can tell it's like kind of sloppy, but that's due to the size because it's so small. Weird analysis that I am doing right now, but man, to have it's just interesting how they seem to be correlating these figures with Robot Spirits. I like that, but to have the stuff to scale would be awesome. Okay. All right, let's yeah, I don't mind the extra work it takes for this, just because then I can slide off that cardboard. And again, this is artwork. This is cool. I like this stuff. Eating a hamburger. Eating a hamburger. What? You know what? I'm pretty sure I have a hamburger because I have like all the accessories for these figures have been coming out for a while, and I don't have them all, but I have like 95%. Actually, I'm only missing Kukuru's Doen and his goat. From what's come out. All right, bumpity bumpity blah. These are packaged safely and securely. Okay. Here we go. Sleggar Law. Let's get a good look at those sideburns. And it looks like there's a little bit of paint on the upper nose right there. Let's see. All right, cool. That came off. There we go. Oh, let me move it down here. Oh, okay. Now focus. Okay. Yeah, it looks good. This is such a cool sculpt for the size that it's at. It really is, especially when you get those macro shots. I mean, it still looks really clear. And with these, if you guys aren't familiar, they have some of, I guess it's like typical G.I. Joe articulation. You've got the pins, the knees, waist, abdomen, head, but a little bit more articulation, more in line with a 6-inch action figure. You have so much rotation at the ankles, the toe has a hinge. You get alternate hands, which is always fun. You get the oh my gosh, let me pull this up. Let me see if I can get this off without messing it up. You get a Federation pistol, and it's pretty cool how accurate these are. When you get a Xeon Soldier, it's a Xeon pistol. It's cool stuff. Okay. The EX series. Thank you, Ultronimus. That is exactly what I was thinking about. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's get this all out of here. Okay, so this does require a zoom. My camera doesn't. I have a new camera here. It's because I wanted to still be able to have my DSLR while having this camera. And it is a webcam. The brand is Hollyland. Hollyland is a really cool brand, guys, that they're cheaper than the competition, but it's usually as good. So like this is a webcam with a magnet on it. You can magnetize it anywhere, but like it has the autofocus. It has really good autofocus. I mean, you can get super close. So, but I can't zoom unless I did it manually, like this, and then I tried to do it even more. I don't know, but anyway, okay, he looks a little funky with that pose. Let's put on the helmet. And what's interesting is, there you go. Looking cool, looking like a Federation pilot. Yeah, that's interesting. It's advertising, the core booster. So in the Mirai version, okay, it includes his head open and the burger. So guys, we got the burger, and it's a burger that's in a hand. So I'm gonna have to dive into that a little more later. Okay. So I'm trying to think what I should, because I have all those other ones. Yeah, give me just a second. Okay. Put this here. All right, so from the newer released ones, these are the ones I've got. I've got Amuro. Actually, I did a whole video on this, so I'm not going to go through them all, but because what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to open the Mirai. I keep these stored separately. I like that they have the bag in them. But, the other interesting thing, too, is... so in, like, the action figure collector world, especially I've learned this with the Star Wars Vintage Collection. So there's I might as well do it here. There's the hole there for the hanger that this would be hung on if it was in a store. Like that's literally what it's for. So it being here, maybe in Japan they would still be on hooks. So I don't know say, but it's like they would normally be unpunched. So it would be the cutout was there, but the cardboard would be there. And a lot of collectors would go for card backs that are unpunched, right? It's very interesting. Anyway, the other thing I was going to bring up with this is it's also fun to hang these up on the wall just because they are already in a box like this. I think some of the plastic protector in there adds some glare and makes it hard to see, but that's something fun to do maybe if you wanted to like hang them up. I remember I had done that one time with the Star Wars Vintage Collection stuff, but I don't know. I'm like at a point now for some reason where it's like I'm trying to keep myself from being too cluttered because I have so many action figures. I mean, I say so many. but I mean, it's really not as much as a typical action figure collector. Okay. But anyway, so it's like I would want to put this on my wall, but then I don't want to feel that clutter of like, oh, there's so much stuff. And that's why I have. Let me actually change that screen real quick. So like I have this thing here, and I moved it. This kind of helps me mentally with all that noise because I have so many things set up here. This not only kind of protects it, but then it allows me to kind of have that mental separation just because there's so much stuff back there. Kind of a weird thing, I guess, over time. Okay. Popping this open. Let me change the camera again. I just realized that. All right. Man, so much tape. People are really taking their time going here and taping this up so nothing falls. Okay. Here we go. We got Mirai. So what's really neat is there was another set that came out that had Amuro. Or was it a different set? Anyway, it was Sayla. Or was it? No, it wasn't Sayla. It was just a generic. Was it a generic? I don't know, guys. I'm gonna have to go back and look. Basically I have another female uniform, and this is great because that I can have Mirai, I can have Sayla in the uniform. There's also the Sayla pilot uniform, and then you can have some other generic. I have a bunch of generic Gundam women and men heads that could be put on all the different suits and stuff. So, I mean, you could. This is really a cool way to kind of build out that sort of the people based aspects of Gundam because we're so fascinated with the mobile suits, the weapons, especially when it comes to collecting. There's not a lot of the representation of characters. All right, I'm gonna get. Here's that hamburger. But actually, let me get you guys a closer look. So this is okay. Come on. There we go. A hand holding the burger, and there's even a ring on the finger. I mean, this thing is pretty highly detailed. And okay. So we've got that. So eating a hamburger with eyes closed. Okay. Okay, try to get that in. There we go. All right, which hand is that? Right hand. But you know what? Oh, this here's a QC issue. I can fix it though. The peg came out of the hand. But I guess the thing that's weird to me is if this is his hand, either the glove didn't come all the way off or the end of the suit has that, which kind of makes sense. All right, guys, this is what we did this morning on the Gundam Explained live show in the morning is got a character in action figure form to eat a hamburger. So there we go. That's pretty unique, right? All right. So yeah, interesting thing. If we look at the hand, there's the peg, and then there's a hole on the peg where a pin from the hand goes in. It doesn't happen a lot, but they've been known to pop out, and it's not hard to put back in. I would just need a tool. Let's see if I can do it real quick here, but yeah, I'll get a tool to do it just so I don't break it. Okay, let's Let me check something real quick. Okay. Let me pop on the pouches. And then it's interesting. Mirai didn't really come with anything other than the stuff for Sleggar Law, but that's interesting. It's like she just came with parts for a man. Could have had, I don't know what else it could have been. Maybe like another Haro that's opened up or has the arms or legs out. That could have been cool. Let's see. I don't know if I should, like, I'm on the fence about like keeping these out or keeping them, the accessories, in a box. So for the other ones, because they came in boxes with like bags, I have them all in like storage boxes. The difference with this is almost like a storage box already that it gives you. I just don't know if that's how I want to store them or not, because I don't know if I would then put these. See you, Chris. I don't know if I would put these in the attic and have the stuff down here. Oh, this is cool. Oh, look, they're showing the 1/1700. I'll have to look that up. There's a QR code. But here, I have that car right there. It's a Federation car, I guess. I don't know, a civilian vehicle. But yeah, you can see Sayla's there too. So it's really cool to be able to get this stuff. I mean, it's just interesting because I grew up loving the GI Joes, and I really like the Star Wars action figures, the vintage collection, the ones that are that scale, and they're doing that here, and I really like it. Let's see, get close to time. Yeah, let me box these up. Let's see. Have you considered the GGG Amuro and Char PVC statues? You know what? I've thought about the statues. I just wrong one. I don't know. I just like action figures more. I like being able to pose something, recreate something. But it's interesting because I know there are people that are just into the statues and figurines, especially in Japan. A lot of things are made as figurines, whereas I feel like here things are made like as an action figure, like yes, I guess I just grew up with the action figures, so I have that expectation. I mean, I went far. Like, so for instance, I was a huge fan of Super Metroid. So there was a time where I got a GI Joe. Out of all my GI Joes, I found the perfect one, where then I got clay and Play-Doh and built the armor around the GI Joe and made my own Samus Aran figure. That's how much I was into that stuff. So it's interesting how much a lot of my enjoyment of IP and stuff, like in the creating, it's almost like I like to create things to represent certain things. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be it for today. Thanks for joining. These will be proper videos. This is just a chance for me to kind of open them, kind of take a closer look until I review, because I want to have more hands-on time with these things a lot before I review them. So I'm going to head out all. Have a good rest of the day. I'll see you later.